Amen. So his problem is just like Moses. He has a speech impediment. So it's not the king's speech as far as what he's going to say to the nation. His speech, he has a problem. He can't talk. He can't talk. So I'm going to ask you to ask your neighbor, what's your problem? Oh, you didn't think you had one? Oh, yeah, you got one. Him and Moses are not by themselves. You got some issues too that's not allowing you to operate your full potential. He has to stand before an audience of people. Now watch this. In the beginning, not sure if you understood, not sure you knew what was going on. His father, who is the king, who's King George, his father, who's the King George, said, I need you to go talk and give an address. Oh, isn't that God in Moses? God told Moses to go talk to Pharaoh. But Moses said, I can't do it. Well, we read it already. So now King George is telling the Duke to go talk to people. Even though he got up in front, nothing came out. He had a hard time getting it out, but he's not the only problem. Moses is not the only person that got a problem. And because of what I don't have, you feel that God can't use you. Okay. I know you're thinking like, not me, I should stay home because I don't got no problems. So this message ain't for me. Maybe I should have came back next week when he talked about the help. Because I need help, but I don't got no problems. Somebody in here, it's like Paul. It's like Paul who's saying, you know what? I got a past. How can God use me? What was Paul's past? Paul was killing Christians. He stood as they stoned Stephen to death, and he held the stoners' jackets and watched them stone Stephen to death. So Paul had a past, but how many know when I got a past, God can still use me? Now some of us are too afraid to get close to God because we feel like we're not worthy. Guess what? You're not worthy. But even though that you're not worthy, he still invites you anyway. I don't know what your past is. I don't know what your ailment is. I don't know what the situation is. But it doesn't matter what you've done. God is still standing there with his arms wide open saying, come unto me. I want to use you. Who you, Pastor? What you want to do with me? I'm an ex something. How many know everybody here is an ex something? You may not be what the person next to you is, but there's somebody in here who dealt with something. I don't know what you dealt with, but God still wants to use you. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is you're dealing with, but you have an issue. Zacchaeus was too short. Somebody said, I'm tall, I don't got the issue. I'm too short. So, but how many know you got to be a little bit deeper than that? I'm not talking about height right now. I'm not talking about measurements right now. Zacchaeus was too short. He couldn't see Jesus. So what he did was he looked ahead and he saw a sycamore tree. And then he went and ran on top of that sycamore tree and looked down and he saw Jesus. So now somebody in here just like Zacchaeus and they're too short. What that mean? That means I don't have enough. I don't have enough. I don't have enough to see Jesus. I don't have enough to pay my bills. I don't have enough to take care of my kids. I don't have enough to make things work out. I just don't have enough. Not only did Zacchaeus lack resources, his own mother Mary, Jesus' mother Mary lacked the resources, but how many know that even though Mary lacked the resources, God still can use it? Where did Mary lack the resources, Pastor? Tell me where Mary lacked resources. How many know God told Mary she was going to give birth to a son? But Mary comes back and says, I've never laid with man. So Mary lacked the resources of having a baby. Because if she was a virgin, how can she have a baby? So Mary lacked the resources. But I'm here to tell you, even though you don't have the credit, even though you don't have the degree, even though you don't have the money right now, even though you don't have the friends, how many know God can jump over the laws of man and he can give favor to whoever needs favor? I may not have money, but I got favor. I may not got a BA degree, but I got Jesus on my side. I may not got a doctorate degree, but I got Jesus on my side. God will jump over the laws of man. And I'm telling this king, just like God told Moses, I made your mouth. So getting somewhere. Somebody said, Pastor, in the beginning of this, you said that this hit home for you. Yes, this hit home for you because when I was between the grades of K through 9, I stayed in speech class. I stayed in speech class. I couldn't go to recess. I had to go to speech class. I couldn't go to gym. I had to go to speech class. If you knew me when I was 12, if you knew me when I was 10, if you knew me when I was 15, I had a stuttering problem. So I was scared to say an Easter speech. I was scared to do anything at school. But who could ever think that every week I'm going to be giving a word? Every week I'm going to be talking about the goodness of God. I couldn't get a word out of my mouth. But now I'm standing before people. And now I'm telling God he's great. Now I'm telling God he's good. Now I'm telling God he's awesome. God will use your weakness. God will use your weakness so that he can get the glory. You don't got to be transparent. I'll be transparent all by myself. I couldn't get no words out. I was too afraid to talk. Kids will make fun of me, but make fun of me now. Look at me now. I'm standing in front of the people of God. I'm teaching the word. I'm preaching the word. And I'm delivering his word because of his power. Because of his power. What's your weakness? What are you afraid of?
Teach, sir.
God had to tell me. I made your mouth.
Yes, that's right.
Don't dare tell me what you can't do. I know what you've been through. I know where you've been come from. I saw you when you put that needle in your arm. I saw you when you was getting drunk. I saw you. Don't tell me what you can't do. I saw you. I'm giving you something to do. Like I'm giving